What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. So, audio surfacing over the internet of Keefe D's confession to the Las Vegas Police Department and what happened the night in question of the death of Tupac Shakur, aka Machiavelli the Don. In this confession, he confesses that Puffy allegedly purchased the hit put on Pac for like $1 million. And a lot of people are speculating this is one of the reasons why Keefe D was picked up recently for the murder of Tupac, seeing that this man is like almost 60 years old now. Also, like I said, a lot of people believe in his being indicted like it's been over 20 years. And this man been on record speaking about his involvement with the death of Tupac on many occasions. And again, as of recently now, he was indicted and charged with the death of Tupac also. Now, like I told you, a lot of people is believing that his indictment is going to lead also to the indictment of Sean Puffy Combs, who they believe had an involvement also in Pac's death by allegedly being the one to actually put $1 million bounty on both Pac and Suge Knight. Now, they said also that Las Vegas police got in touch with Suge Knight while incarcerated to try to see if he was willing to testify. And Suge let it be known he's not willing to testify. I'm gonna do a blog on that too. So a lot of people believe that Puffy might could be in some serious trouble, seeing that Keefe D is old, don't want to do all that time, and is willing to do anything he can to make things easier and lighter on himself. And that he could actually link Puffy into this murder. Now, I'm seeing this all over the internet now. Puffy going to jail, Puffy getting indicted, this and that. And they were saying that just not too long ago, Puffy, before even Keefe D got arrested, they were saying that Puffy was moving his money to some type of offshore account out of the country, like preparing himself for what he might have believed or got insight on that we now see is happening and coming to surface. He did this before Keefe D was arrested, and that's going to show you the power of money. Whoever his connections is might already let him know, like, look, they finna indict Keefe D on the murder of Tupac. And Puffy got to moving things around so he could be secured and protected. So Keefe D is now arrested. A lot of people thinking Puffy is next. I want to show y'all something in this blog I want to talk about. Well, I want to talk about something in this blog. And I just want to see, I'm Battle Truth. I give you a truth in a way you're going to see. And I titled this, Why Puffy Will Beat These Charges If Indicted. As damaging as it may appear against him, he have a real good chance of beating these charges. And let's just look into everything that was already said and done in this situation. First of all, Keefe D been bragging and proudly letting it be known his involvement in Pac's death. He say some damaging things against himself, even though they saying Puffy basically let it be known he got $1 million for anybody who would kill Pac and Suge Knight because he wanted them both gone. He wanted Suge gone because he feared Suge. He wanted Pac gone because Pac was dominating the game and was a threat to his record label and his artists. Remember Pac said in the Ain't Nothing But a Gangsta Party video, when you first see it come on before the song began, like, I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to keep him alive and hurt his pockets. Remember on Hit 'Em Up, every time y'all drop an album, I'm going to drop an album so that I could interrupt y'all sales. Remember when Machiavelli, We Bomb first come on? When it first come on, it'd be like record labels and going to the record store, removing their music off the shelves and feel a retail wipeout from Tupac dropping his album. That's what he was meaning. So Puffy wanted Suge gone because he was afraid of Suge and feared him, because they speculating that Puffy may have had something to do with the death of one of his friends that took place in Atlanta, if I ain't mistaken. So he feared Suge, had a vendetta against him as a result of that, and he feared Pac as a result of Pac being the dude, and he had a record label and Pac dominating the game. So he wanted both of them gone. Kill two birds with one stone. But this is why I believe this won't hurt Puffy dealing with good lawyers. Keefe D was on record that even though Puff had said he got $1 million to anybody that had killed him, they didn't pursue it. They didn't pursue it. According to him, when they went to Vegas, knowing Pac was going to be in Vegas, they wasn't coming to Vegas for no type of drama. Message, they was not coming to Las Vegas for any type of drama or beef with anybody. They was coming to watch the Mike Tyson fight because that was the thing to do. You were somebody of importance if you could attend a Mike Tyson fight or NBA All-Star game or the Super Bowl. So they were coming to see the fight. Like any other person who's so-called one of these top dudes who got a name for themselves was out there to do in Vegas. They wasn't coming there for drama. They wasn't coming there for beef. Then when it was told to Keefe D, not Keefe D, when it was told to Pac that Orlando Anderson, who was in the lobby, was one of the dudes that snapped the chain from one of the affiliates of Death Row Records, Pac and a few others, along with Suge Knight, took it upon themselves to jump Orlando Anderson in the lobby. What Pac didn't know, the guy he was jumping in the lobby was a known shooter. He was a known killer and heavy in the games. So Pac wasn't just hitting some lane. He was hitting a shooter who everybody knew was a shooter and killer. In fact, that's how Orlando Anderson died, in the shootout. He killed somebody and the person killed him too. So he killed somebody else. They both shot each other and died in a shootout against each other. That's how he died. He was a killer. So when Pac jumped him, according to Keefe D and Orlando Anderson, he wasn't willing to let that slide. They drove around looking for Pac. They even went to 662 Suge Club. They drove around Vegas looking for Pac. And ain't that crazy? They found him by some girls hanging out of their cars, screaming out Pac name. Hey, Tupac, this Tupac. And they overheard it. Ain't that something? And then they double back on him. And according to Keefe D, they ain't even have no guns when they was out there. A guy who is a mediator or affiliate, allegedly, who knew Puffy and knew them, gave them a gun because they didn't have a gun when he went looking for Pac. So see that? They wasn't even there to murder and kill nobody, get no money, to take up the ransom or the bounty that was on Pac. They wasn't there for that. And if Pac never jumped Orlando in the lobby, he would still be alive. Maybe not still be alive, but probably wasn't going to die that night. So because they jumped him in the lobby, he wanted to retaliate. And that's what they on record saying. They was going to retaliate for him being jumped because that was Keefe D's nephew. And they wasn't going to take that like that because this gangland. They saw Pac, rolled up on him. Keefe D said he handed Orlando the gun because he was on the side where they was at. And Orlando began to open fire on both Pac and Suge Knight. Suge got grazed, Pac got hit up. Then Puffy got wing of it and asked, was that us? In other words, was this as a result of the bounty I put on them? And they figured, oh, yeah, it wasn't, but we might as well collect the money. Yeah, that's us. He called Zip, the mediator dude who gave Keefe D the gun allegedly. He called him and asked him, was that us? Is that because of what I said? And Zip saw the opportunity. Yeah, that's it. We took care of it. And Puff allegedly gave him the $1 million. But hold on, when you look and backtrack everything, had nothing to do with the $1 million. Had nothing to do with the bounty. Keefe D is on record saying this. We was only in Vegas to have a good time. We didn't even have no firearm. We didn't even come out there for beef or nothing. Okay, that clear Puffy. Even though he did have a bounty on Pac. But the death wasn't a result of the bounty. The death was a result of retaliation. And they figured since he was dead, we might as well collect the bounty now, even though it had nothing to do with the bounty. They on record saying this. They on record saying it. Any good lawyer could beat this then. Any good lawyer could beat this. And for the most part, everything is just speculation. On Puffy end, Keefe D has no audio of Puffy saying this. What's crazy, the 3 guys who was in the car, Orlando Anderson is dead. The other guy died of cancer. Keefe D, the only survivor. And Zip ain't gonna say nothing because he could be in trouble. He can be in trouble. Don't look. He could be in trouble because he gave them the firearm. Allegedly. That actually what killed Tupac. Which makes him a culprit. Which makes him a party to the crime. He's not going to say nothing. Him and Puffy need each other. And again, Puffy wasn't nowhere to be around. Puffy wasn't nowhere to be around. He was in a whole nother state. A good lawyer could easily beat this. Now, you might could get Puffy on a lesser charge, depending on what evidence you got. But the murder had nothing to do with the bounty. They on record, the shooters already on record saying this. They didn't go out to Pac to get the $1 million from Puffy. They went out to Pac because his nephew got jumped in the lobby. And they wasn't finna go out like that. It was retaliation. And then they decided, oh, we might as well collect the money too then. But it had nothing to do with the money. Nothing to do with the money. They didn't even want to pursue the bounty. They didn't even want to pursue the bounty. But I know Puffy one who ain't really too familiar with courts. So, and I know without that money, he a coward behind the scene. And this the thing people got to be afraid. Look, this the power of a coward. The power of a coward is that he won't do it himself, but he'll get somebody else to do it. You see how that worked? Puffy was too afraid to carry out his own orders on Pac and Suge. But he was willing to say it to somebody who was willing to do it, even though they didn't do it or pursue it at that time. You see that? You better be careful. You back a mouse in the corner to fight his way out. And that's what Puffy did. But being fair and being honest, even though he said that and paid the $1 million, they played Puffy because he didn't get killed for the bounty. He got killed for the retaliation. They already on record saying that. He can't take that away because it's written in his books. He can't take that away because it's written on the confessions. They just wanted the $1 million after Pac was dead and like, we might well collect that $1 million then. Only for Zip to allegedly play them because he knew it had nothing to do with that. That's why he kept the $1 million. When he found out what Keefe D and them really killed Pac for, knew it had nothing to do with that bounty, that's why he kept the money. Like, y'all killed them on retaliation. It had nothing to do with the money. So he allegedly kept the $1 million because Puffy gave Zip the $1 million to basically pay the shooters because he was there as a middleman. But they really got over on Puff because Puff just paid them $1 million for nothing because Pac death had nothing to do with the bounty. Any good lawyer will beat that. That man got a lot of money. I'm pretty sure he's going to have the best lawyers if they come to indict. And I'm pretty sure the grand jury who looking into this evidence and stuff, they're going to have to find another reason to indict to actually bring Puffy under because Puffy is a man of money and power. And when you coming to get him, you can't make a mistake. You can't make a mistake. They got to make sure they dot their I's and cross their T's. You can't make a mistake going and get him or it'll cost you the case. So I'm pretty sure they considering that like, hold on. We probably need to find some lesser charges because they didn't kill Pac because of the bounty of the money. They on record saying they killed him because Orlando got jumped and they wanted retaliation for that. Now you might could get Puffy because he ordered a hit on him if you can prove that, but you definitely gonna need Zip. You're gonna need Zip for that. And Zip gonna have to show that proof. Or the traces of that $1 million showing that it came directly from Puff in some type of way. And I'm pretty sure Puff didn't just give him $1 million. It might have came from somebody else. So as always, you got to go get to the man, to go through the man, to get to the man, to go through the man, to get to the man. It's like chess. There's always other pieces in play before you can get to that king. So there's a lot of pawns in this situation. But if Puff is indicted, he easily beat this on murder. If they indict him for the murder of Pac, he beat this. He beat this because the money had nothing to do with the murder of Pac at all. At all. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours. Subscribe to Battle Truth.
Bustin' no streets for you. Leave me waiting on you. Bustin' no streets for you.